Hi everybody, hello. It's Marthe with Universal Power to Row, of course. And I'm here with another update for you. I'm at the end of my 2 weeks break. Thank you so much for all of your support again. And I just checked in and you're all still here, which is fabulous. Yeah, just to cut straight to the point, I've had a realization today, and I was actually wasn't sure if I was going to take another week or maybe another 2 weeks off because I just was not able to get to that point where I thought, okay, this is it. This is the solution for me. This is what Spirit wants me to do right now. And I was just like, okay, if I need more time to figure this out, then I will take more time. And I also realized like how important it is, and here's two things are coming together. It's my personal life and it's the channel, and these are of course intertwined, but to see where they actually go together, like where the root problem of it, at least for right now, what it was, that was really interesting to discover. And it all happened like at once. When I was just like, I was just so fed up. I was just like, Spirit, like those 2 weeks, they were awesome, but like I still didn't make any progress, and I really got upset and angry. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna like stay on YouTube and watch whatever, like for the whole day, basically. And I guess that's what I needed because I kind of really let everything go. And yeah, and that's when it actually came in. So it had to do with my own self-worth, with the way I take care of myself. And what I have been practicing up until now is something that actually depletes me of energy rather than restoring myself like the way I have been living, which, and then there comes together with CPTSD and with the way I grew up with a narcissist, the overgiving, the constantly thinking, what do they want? Almost like reading of thoughts just to be safe. And yeah, that's just the environment. But that's what I kind of transported onto the channel. Like, what do you want? What do you need? But that's none of my business because that's your business and I cannot possibly know it. So the question really remained after a lot of questioning, what do I want? And what do I want is really what's best for me, and that is ultimately what's best for you also, for those of you that are interested in what I have to give. And I cannot possibly give like anymore or from an empty cup like that anymore, because that's just not fair to you and it isn't fair to me, and it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. And I watched childhood videos because this is actually a gift from my father, which I didn't like because it kind of, to me at the time, portrayed like the perfect family. But then, with all the therapy and stuff that I did, it's actually quite the gift that he probably unknowingly gave to me, because now I can actually observe it, because you know how your mind is kind of obstruing like your past or whatever you've been through. And this has really given me an opportunity to have a look at things like how did everything come about. And I went really far back, where I was like I know 2 or 3 years ago, years old, sorry, not years ago. And that was really interesting to see, and the pattern, and what I observed was just like the love he had for my sister. Like, he was properly in love with her, he just wasn't in love with me. And that's how the whole cycle kind of got triggered. And I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, although I still had to deal with the hurt that this caused in my 2 or 3 year old, wow, that's kind of loud, in my 2 or 3 year old girl. And I really had to take her like and cradle her and be like, come here, sweetheart. And really allow her to have her moment of pain, because it was painful. But as an adult, I do understand that these things happen, especially when you're unreflected. So compassion for myself first, and then for the others, that kind of comes in automatically. And with that, a lot of forgiveness is also flooding in, and it feels so incredibly good, because at the core, like, that's who I am. I know that, like, that's the higher light, and that's the higher love. It does not mean that I am not allowed to feel those other feelings. They're super important, because if I want to fly high, I have to be really rooted in the ground. And I could feel that this puzzle piece of me being emotionally neglected and just being pushed to the side with just like the bare minimum, like emotionally. That was really tough to watch, and it's also but the best explanation for me why I started to act out, why I started to behave in certain ways, why I needed to have the attention on me so much. And then the sentence came through like, fill your heart and you'll fill your belly, which I thought was beautiful because like I've been overeating or not eating at all, depending on what it is. But regardless, it's an addiction of some sort where I try to mask my pain. I try to like fill that hole, that kind of not being loved, not being seen for who I am, that left. And so as soon as I'm starting to feel that hole and to love my 2 or 3 year old and just really hold her. And I actually in meditation this morning had the experience where I could give her to spirit. This was like a journey. I underwent a true journey, and it was really mind opening again. And wow, and they filled her with love. And it was incredibly beautiful. And then I received her back, and I was just like, wow, that's like incredible, right? That's happening, that I'm like getting a chance like that to heal myself and to have my guides and angels and my whole team there and working with me. And this was quite the struggle to get to exactly that point and to really understand that I had to like really feel it, because I knew it in my head. I know that you have to give those parts love and attention, but to sometimes it's hard to reach those parts, right? And then I felt it. I really felt it. And what I can recommend if you're on that journey as well is dancing. I started to tribal dance. Spirit brought tribal dancing into my awareness via YouTube videos like a bunch of times. I'm just like, what is this? So it's those cool movements. And yeah, you can look it up for yourself. So basically it's intuitive movements a lot more, and that makes Shakti energy rise. So it can cause Kundalini rising as well and such, but really that feminine energy is really rising. And I've been practicing this in those 2 weeks, like almost every day whenever I felt called to. And then breath work and meditation, or I intertwined them or switched them, whatever felt right in the moment. But this helped me, or drawing also, the dancing, the drawing, because this brings up the emotion, the writing. If you're not able to access certain things, certain emotions within yourself, you can try those, because that will make like the energy move and bring that up. Because especially when you're stuck, you're sometimes really not able to access these emotions, and that's really helpful. Because again, I said it before and I'm going to say it again, trauma is stored in the body, and you can actually identify and see sometimes this has a color or a certain shape or form, and you just roll with it, you accept it, you don't try to do it away with, you sit with it or you dance with it. And often for me in those 2 weeks, it was from complete helplessness and powerlessness, and I expressed that in my dance moves, and going to complete empowerment and sovereignty, because I was there all of a sudden and I was feeling my own strength and power and sovereignty, and I was like, who is this woman? Like, this is amazing, I love it. And that's what happened, and I was just like, that's me, that is truly me. But it's a new kind of form and expression that is just coming out so beautifully, and I'm not gonna part with her. Like, I'm gonna keep connecting with her and with those newly discovered parts of myself. And with that comes self-care, and that's also what's tying into the channel and the changes that I'm gonna make. I'm not gonna work on the weekends, so Saturday, Sunday, no work, unless I really feel called to, just to really take care of myself. Because again, if I'm not taking care of myself, I'm becoming resentful, and I don't want to put that kind of an energy out there. It's supposed to be like an amazing feeling when you come here, right, to this channel. And of course I'm still going to be expressing my other feelings as well, but when you come to those readings, they're it's almost like, how do I describe this? It's like drinking from a cup or something like that, with the higher energies that are coming through. These are healing readings, and this doesn't mean I'm going to deplete myself when I'm doing it, not at all. And I'm going to switch, that's what I'm being called to do right now, from from reading for single signs to general readings. And so someone's oracle messages is what I have in mind here. And yeah, just collective readings. And whenever I feel called to, I will do them. So it's not going to be a scheduled thing anymore, because Spirit, this is another thing, is really trying to move me away from you've got to do it a structured way. And this is very much where I'm coming from. And it was really hard for me to really dissolve this and be like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. And just like a list kind of a thing. I was really super good with that, and I was so organized. And it's been quite the path for me to dissolve these structures and be like, okay, I'm trusting Spirit. I need to trust Spirit, matter of fact, especially with what has been happening lately and right now. It's like I could see how my financial matters were tighter and tighter, and I was just like, holy shit, I need to do something. And they know exactly, they know where to get me, right? It's just like, fuck, how am I going to do this? And I knew that there was something involved here and something that I needed to understand, like this lesson. And yeah, I think I got it. Like this morning, I think I understood. And yeah, and again, I don't regret doing the signs at all, because this led me to where I am right now, and this was authentic at the time. Although the very first ones I did was without signs, but I doubt that I would be where I am now with the channel, especially with the growth of the channel, if I hadn't done that. And so now it's truly to that, and I'm probably going to do extended for the general readings as well. And sometimes not. However, I feel called to do these readings, and I'm still going to be offering the higher guidance coaching calls. There are the private readings. There are the awesome groups, the fellow seekers. Oh my goodness! Like it's lighting me up like nothing else, and I'm just like, okay, that way for sure. That's that. It's incredible. And like that lights me up. I know that's my way. Whenever something makes me feel restricted, I'm just not ever gonna go there. Again, I hope I can remind myself of that. And I decided, or I know, like, because the fellow seeker group, they're donation based. And that is so much closer to my heart, where I'm just like, people are going to give what they're going to give or what they have. I don't want to, with the extendeds especially, I don't want to like restrict this in such a way. So they're going to be donation based. I hope I can do it over on Ribbon, because Vimeo doesn't have that option as far as I know, but Ribbon should have that option. So I'm probably going to move from Vimeo to Ribbon to be able to offer you guys this. And here we come, Patreons, my beautiful patrons. First of all, thank you so much for your support. I know that a lot of you reached out to me and said, I'm going to support you regardless of whatever is happening. And I am incredibly appreciative of this. Regarding the time, because I know that as this video is going to come out is the 2nd of May. I'm recording this on the 1st of May. This was not strategically planned at all. So for those of you that are choosing, because I'm no longer probably going to be offering the sign readings, but instead switching to general readings with most likely extended, which I don't know how the frequency is going to be. I totally understand if you're just saying, okay, I'm going to jump ships here from this and just go to Ribbon if that feels right for you. That is fine as well, of course, right? It's your choice. And in case you have been charged already, again, this was not a strategic move. It's just the timing when this came in. Just please reach out to me, and I'll refund you for this month that you've paid, okay? Where there's not what you paid for, like not what you expected, right? Just reach out to me. Same with the energy updates. I no longer want to put like this thing on myself. It's like really, yeah, that's that. There may be, but I'm not promising to do a certain amount of readings right now. I'm supposed to go like a lot more free, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so patrons, I'm gonna post the extended still on Patreon from the general readings. They'll be available, and for the other extendeds, they're gonna go on Ribbon donation based, and I'm just gonna trust that you give what you feel like called to give, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna give what I feel called to give, no more, no less. And I love this. I'm so grateful that Spirit brought me to this point. I was like kicking and screaming. I was like, you can't do this to me. Do you know how hard I've worked for this? And la 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 la. It's incredible, but it's all just part of this amazing journey. And yeah, I realized like this morning when this huge like when a lot of things happen like on the spiritual realm, I realized, wow, like I've been selfish too when it comes to that, when it comes to how I did the readings, like how do I say that? With the signs. And I no longer want to be that. That wasn't me in the first place, not the highest expression, but it's not to judge myself or to talk down on myself either. It is just that was part of my journey as well, and part of understanding. My focus was really strongly on money just for the sake of surviving, but also I'm starting to move away from that. And the fellow seekers group really with the donation really taught me that that's how I really truly feel, and that's where I want to go, like more open, more flowy, more of that divine feminine age that Aquarius age is all about. I'm not a machine, and neither are you. Neither are you. And I'm truly hoping that that's where we're going to go in the future, because Spirit is guiding us. They'll let us know where the crossroads is, where we need to stop, where we need to take a break and just really like focus on ourselves and see where we truly are right now. And this goes also for the larger scale to to really reflect and to really take good care of yourself. And I almost want to say, especially when you're working with energies, because nothing has drained me more than working with energies and trying to figure everything out, especially like with myself, with my own background, with the codependency issues and everything. It's been quite the journey, but then again, I don't know your life, like I don't know your circumstances, but I really want to say, like, take good care of yourself. Self-care is going to become more and more important, and it's also has been a huge part of the first and second fellow seekers meeting that we have had. Yeah. So I'm so grateful, you guys, and we'll see how we go with the new setup. But like as you can see, and as I can see myself, it just makes me happy. That is the way to go. And I've been waiting on that to come in for sure. I've been really waiting on that. And I'm so relieved it is here. It was such a struggle for me. I was like really kicking and screaming, but there we are, and I'm very happy and relieved, and especially also with the forgiveness in my private life to just be, wow, you're a human being just like me. And not that I didn't see that before, but I kind of lost sight of that and of the higher view as I was diving really deep, which is also something that I'm allowing myself because I'm a human being and I needed that deep dive. I needed to feel those emotions and to not be forgiving for a while. But here it comes back in. All right, my friends, I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow, and I'm appreciative for you being here, for being on this journey. And yeah, I'm so thrilled that we walked this together. All right, have a fantastic day. Bye.